Hey, so as gun guys, we think about end of the world scenarios all the time. That's kind of the thing that kind of goes around this community. Well, I was thinking, how many people plan for like a grid down situation where they may have to ruck out? How many people can put on all that gear and hike? I'm not sure if I can. I'm pretty out of shape now in comparison to where I was 10-15 years ago. But I could go to the gym, I could go run on a treadmill, but where's the fun in that? All you're doing is staring at a wall or a mirror and you're running. Why not put on about 60 pounds of gear and hike out and see, one, if we can do it, two, we're going to beta test our kit and see if it's even worth setting it up this way, or if we are going to drop some stuff or change some stuff. And three, it's a much better view than going running on a treadmill. So today we are going to hike up to the mountain you've seen in the background of most of my videos. We're not going to go all the way to the top, but if you notice there's a road going around the side there, we're going to go around that side and see what's out there, mainly because I want to see. And secondly, I need the exercise, so we might as well do it and have some fun while we're doing it. So let's go ahead and get this hike underway. It's been a long time since I've hiked, so this is going to be fun. All right, so we are off, heading onto the trail. One thing I do love about hiking, and I haven't hiked in a long time, but one thing I do love about hiking is the peace and serenity you get with it. Just being away from people and enjoying nature is just something thrilling about that. I just love it. But, you know, that's part of the experience. And today, it's gonna be a hot one, so we'll see what happens. It's supposed to be like 95, but it's supposed to have like 40-mile-an-hour winds, so I might be regretting this hike halfway through it. We'll see, but we'll stay tuned, see what happens. And guys, want to see something cool? We have a tactical monster holder. It holds the white can monsters just fine. Definitely something cool. Alright, so I don't know the name of this mountain that we're going to. Every map that I could see does not actually name it, but it's really cool looking in the background of all my shots. So I figured, let's go see what's over there. What's really cool is, before we get there, we have to go through quite a few little washes and canyons that look like that. It's really cool. A lot more fun than staring at a mirror or a wall while you're running on a treadmill. Another reason you want to get your ruck out and go hiking is because a treadmill can't portray that steep incline right there that you had to follow a little tiny goat trail to go up. And when you're wearing 60 pounds of gear, that's awfully precarious to get up that, but it'll definitely make you wonder why the heck you're doing this hike. But nonetheless, let's keep on going. We got a little ways to go, and then we'll stop and get something to eat. All right, so to give you an idea, those mountains right there are the Hardy Mountains. And then that one right there, that little peak right there that kind of looks like hand waving back at you, that is Cathedral Rock. So the mountain I'm going to is behind me. You guys can't see it because I'm sitting on a hillside. But that, if that's the Hardy Mountains and that one is Cathedral Rock, if anyone knows the name of the peak behind me, that'd be awesome. I looked on maps, I can't find it, but let me know if you guys know. This is the teddy bear cholla. This thing looks like it's about ready to reach out and just give you a hug. It likes to launch its spines out at you. Definitely something not fun to get close to. All right, so I know what you guys are thinking. Why does this guy have a full mag layout on his carrier and no rifle with him? Well, like I said, I want to see if I can do these rucks in full gear, and I'm not quite ready to bring my rifle with me. Plus, the location I'm at is within eye shot of a active mine, and I don't want any of those miners to think that I'm a threat. So sometimes you got to plan a little bit. So future hikes, we will go ahead and bring our rifle with us. But for this one, and maybe a couple in the future, we're just going to do a full kit hike. Mainly because we don't want to scare anyone. We don't want anyone thinking that we're a threat and possibly taking action against us. So we're going to go ahead and keep this pretty civil. Right now, from a distance, I just look like a hiker. That works just fine for me. But that's the reason I didn't bring a rifle, but I do have a full mag layout. I needed to have the weight to test this stuff. But yeah, so far this hike isn't too challenging. It's gonna be interesting on the way back when I'm tired, but so far not bad. All right, so to give you an idea how steep these inclines are, let's see if the camera can pick it up. Let's see. This is level. Yeah, I'm about to go up that. Not very fun, especially when you're halfway through a hike. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and head on up. I hit the wrong button on my camera, so I missed the donkey that was sitting right here on this ridge line. But he was mad because I was approaching his family, which is right there on the base of that little hillside. He was not happy I was walking down this ravine. But nonetheless, we are going to keep on walking, and we're going to stay clear of him, so he shouldn't be upset anymore. But yeah, you can see the little baby right there coming down the hillside. Mama sitting right there, and Papa somewhere on the other side of that ridge line. We got another small herd right there on the tailings of that mine shaft right there. They're just hanging out right there. Nothing crazy. Wondering if I should go check it out over there. Maybe on the way back. I'm gonna go
up the road here, leave those donkeys be, and maybe they'll be gone by the time I come back and I'll check that out. Well, we made it. There's the mountainside, and somewhere way over there is the truck. I thought I'd be able to see it pretty clearly, but not so much. It's probably because I parked it down in the ravine a little bit, so that's that. But since we made it all the way here, I think it's time to relax a little bit before we head back to the truck. But God, you gotta love the views. Now that we made it all the way up here, let's see if I can make it all the way back. That's gonna be a fun chore, but that's for about an hour from now. All right, so for a little lunch, we got peanut butter and jelly. I got some meat sticks and some Skittles. Gotta have Skittles. It's a little morale booster. Hopefully this kind of replenishes some of the energy so I can make that trip back home. And then we got our white monster to kind of reward us, kind of thing. But let's go ahead and eat some sandwich, get some hiking done, and get back home. But God, it's beautiful. I love being out in the wilderness. I love being outside because do you hear that? Quiet. Gotta love the peace and quiet. And now we know what's up there around this mountain. 2 birds, 1 stone, I guess, huh? Yeah, you can definitely tell I'm out of shape. I'm on my way back and I got some buttery legs. I just started the trek back. So this might take me a little longer than anticipated to get back. So I may have to take a lot of stops on the way back, but we will get there. If not, real close to where I parked the truck. It's a very common roadway for off-roaders. Worst case scenario, I can get a lift back. And very worst case scenario, I pinned my location to my wife. So she knows that if I'm not home by a certain time, to start to worry a little bit. But I don't see any problem with that. But if you're going to be hiking by yourself, especially in a place that's not often traveled, map it out ahead and send that trail to a loved one before you head out. Give them a rough time for you to check back in. That way, if something happens, they know where to send any help if need to be, or anything like that. So I don't think anything like that's going to happen, but it's a good habit to get into, even if you're going on small little hikes like I'm doing today, or you're doing on a multi-day excursion like one day we may do. But it's just something to keep in your mind. Not too far from where I was having lunch, pretty close to those mine tailings, is what looks like an old miner's cabin. Kind of neat. We got a nice little cement pad right here, and a nice little rock structure with some mortar in between and some poles. it's kind of neat. Little doorway right over here. Or what's now a doorway. It probably wasn't originally, but very interesting. Very cool. I am definitely out of shape. Whew, I am burned already. And I still have a little over a third of the hike to go. But I don't know if you can see, can you see it? Oh, someone's shooting up by my truck, so hopefully they're not shooting my truck. But yeah, we're not that far away. Got a couple hills to climb. All right, so I have a decision to make. Do I take the goat trails and go right up over the hill, or do I take the easy path of the wash? I'll backtrack quite a ways. It's all flat ground. I don't have to go up and down hills. Whatever shall we do? That is a dilemma. This way it'd be quicker, but a lot more energy consumption. Well, that way it would be much easier, but it'd add a lot of time to it. I think with how much energy I have burned, I think I'm going to take the easy route. That's a little longer, just because I am burned. I want to take the fast trail just to get home quicker. But I think as soon as I get to the top of that hill, I'm not going to be able to do the last little stretch. So let's go ahead and do the easy trail. This is a cool little canyon I'm in here. Really cool. But the walls are getting steeper, so I'm running out of options. So I need to follow it to its end, or I need to backtrack. Let's keep on going. Oh, this is a really cool canyon. Very tight and narrow. A lot to hike up and climb up if I wanted to, but very interesting. Very cool things you see when you get off the beaten path and kind of go a different route. Although I wouldn't consider a wash off the beaten path, but there's not really any trails here, so we'll go with that. All right, so if you guys are thinking about doing one of these rucks and it's your first one back in a while, don't do it at the beginning of summer. Do it in fall or winter. I figured if I could do it in 90-degree temperatures, I could do it in any, right? Well, I am just a short hop, skip, and a jump away from the truck, and I am burned. Hoping that this little recoup underneath the shade is enough to give me the energy to do that last little hump over, but I am exhausted. Very exhausted. Oh well, it's not that far. We can see telephone lines now, so we are right around the corner from the truck, so it's not that far of a walk. It's just I gotta suck it up, stop being a little baby, and do this last little stretch. I'm glad I didn't bring my rifle though. Oh, that would have been exhausting. All right, so we are almost there. We got probably another 5 or 10 minutes walking left to get to the truck, but question is, would I do this again? 100% would do this again. Even though it's very exhausting, it pushes my limits, pushes my ability to the limits, especially with how out of shape I am. If I was in better shape, this hike would be a no problem. I probably wouldn't even have to stop as many times as I do. But because I'm a little out of shape, haven't done this in a long time, this was probably a little bit too much to start back on the trail with. but it was enjoyable. I got some peace and quiet for a little while. I got to enjoy being outside for a while, and although I'm exhausted, it was worth it in the end. But let's go ahead and finish this last little stretch to the truck, and then we'll go over everything at that point. All right, we are in the home stretch because right there is my truck. Not too bad of a hike. Exhausting, but not bad at all. Definitely, if I do this hike again, I'm gonna wait till cooler weather. Or maybe I don't do a full kit loadout when I do this hike again. Because 60 pounds of weight adds a lot of extra oomph to your steps here. So we're almost there, and then we can call it quits. All right, guys, so after that hike, it took me a whole whopping, I don't know, 3 hours, 4 hours to do the entire hike, all the way to that little road right there, very top of that road, right there underneath that mountain. It was a really fun little hike. Exhausting, mainly because I had 60 pounds of gear on and I didn't really need to, but it was awesome to do it. It pushed my ability, and it's definitely something I will be doing again in the future, probably when it gets a little cooler out. Not sure if I could do something like that again in any hotter temperature than it is today. So I will try to make more of these here soon, but if you guys like this content, just stick around. It will be coming back, just it might wait till the fall. But this is just something cool to do, something to get out of the house, something to test your limits and put you back in shape, so that way you guys can be ready for the fight whenever it comes. Definitely something you guys should all try to do, and if you do it, I suggest going with a friend, because if I had a friend, I probably could have done this trek a little faster, because I could have had someone to kind of keep motivating me, keep pushing me to keep going a little bit harder, a little bit farther. But even just solo, it was a lot of fun, and I would definitely do it again. Guys, if you like this content, stick around. There will be more coming. And as always, I'm Gun Deity, and I'll see you heathens for the next one.
I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a